Okay. It's saying that I'm live now, but the television has not started yet, so I don't know. I should look at that computer, but you know, yeah. So I'm still waiting. I don't. Oh, the microphone is working. I can see it. At least it appears to be working. But I have not been on television yet. So it seems like I'm going right now. I'm going to see it. So it seems like I'm going right now. I'm going to see it. All right. So it seems like I've been able to this time twice. The other videos, like, it took me about 5 times. I left 3 over there, so I will never forget about it. So yeah, it's a video with my personal characteristics, the way I see things, the way I speak about things, and I was absolutely without any motivation to do that because of the very few views that I had, and people that do not come and participate and put their opinions and come over here because I have an accounting a little display here that tells me when there's somebody watching. First there was one person, now there's 0. So it's okay. I really don't care. I get demotivated to do them. But once I started, I don't care. I would like if somebody come over here and just say something. Say, hey, hi, how you doing? Go fuck yourself, or something like that. Anything to justify the number that acknowledges that they are there. But it never happens. So today I bought today's juice. I'm drinking juice. For my throat, to avoid coughing all the time. So anyway, the reason of this video is that I came back because I've been motivated by a person that on this video I'm not going to tell her name because I'm not authorized by her to do so. So I will not going to do that. But she brought me up the possibility of getting one of my books published in several ways, like by donations on internet. I don't know. I know how it works, but it's something that I don't want to get involved into at this moment. So we won't jinx it. It's not that I believe in that, but sometimes things get made difficult by people that know what you're planning to do. It's nothing to do with the supernatural or with bad vibes. Well, no, it's physical actions. It seems like it didn't help. Physical actions that people interact in order to make it more difficult for people to accomplish their goals, the goals that they have advertised. So I'm not going to do that in the way it will be done. First, because I don't know exactly how. I have an idea, but I don't know exactly how. But it's to publish this book. We used to call A Soldier's Memory. See, it's me in the cover, a very young me, very well disposed, very energetic, and very committed to the things I propose myself to do. And I did it very well. The Legion recognizes that until today. So next year, I'll be going to Albany, the Première Régiment étrangère, to participate in the celebrations of Cameroon Day, 21 of April. So they're going to send me a ticket, the whole shebang. Uh, um, so it's something that the rare things in my life, they are recognized. My writings are never recognized. Those videos are not recognized. Don't matter in what language I do them. Don't matter in what language I'll make them. It doesn't matter because I'm not a palatable person. I've never been, and I never made any struggle to become. I am who I am the way I am, and that's the way it is. That's the way I expose myself, and that's the way I live my life. And that's the way I'm planning to continue to do until the last breath. So the thing is, I have this concept of a better world. It is as far as I'm concerned, because I consider myself as such, is a communist world where everybody has access to everything. There will be certain levels of differentiations, but nothing as it is today. We live in Brazil in a social Mariana Trench. I think it's even deeper. It's deeper than that movie Mag 2 that is below Mag 1 even. So we live in a social separation that it's like one of those big deep trenches, and that's the way I don't want to live in a world. I think people should have equal opportunities, but I mean equal opportunities. That the road, the social and political road, are associated with the economical road, so people can merge and from that evolve. Of course, there are going to be people that they're going to have to be, yeah, it's bad, kept because of their own personal limitations in areas that require more labor than more subjectivities. People that are not going to be able to academically, I don't even say exceed, I just say enroll in academical endeavors because they're not suited for that intellectually, cognitively. So they're going to be fulfilling the needs. It's like I said in the Legion, we didn't have only combat people. Sorry again. In the Legion, we had people to push brooms. You had people to serve tables at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You had people to cook. You had people to be nurses. You had people to just be drivers, even if in eventualities, they would come over into combat situations. But they were not combatants. They were not trained to kill other people, because it's another theme of this video. But I'm going to finish this line of thought. So in the Legion, we had those people. They were not put it down because they were part important of our subsistence, of our surroundings. It's really bad today. So we could perform at expected rate because we have all this back support, which were extremely necessary. Because once I came back from combat, in the Desert Storm, Tempestade Desert, or in the Bosnia, and if somebody gave me a broom, I would certainly stick that broom in the place where the sun don't shine on that person. Because you couldn't do that to somebody that came from a situation of life and death to ask him to sweep something. I was just not going to do that. Me and everybody else that was in the same circumstance, the same situation as I'm referring to myself at this point. So what happened is that you need those people, not those in those people. No, you need them. You need them with their limitations so they can fulfill all of the tasks that people like me were not involved in doing it. So that said, the kind of communism that I see, it's that allows people, even people with these kind of jobs, they can earn a good money, so they could have a good life. They could raise a family. They could put people through school. They could put people that would be free, obviously, on this world. They put people through college, but they could buy good food. They could pay a good rent if they don't own their houses, which would be preferable to own their houses, to pay their utility bills, and have a leisure time, have chance to take vacations, to travel, to know other, and have a job that it's not an academically built job. Because everybody would have the biggest salary, the difference between the, the the middle salary, because there would be no low salary. The middle salary and the highest salary would be not of 8 times. Yes, if 1,000 reais or $1,000 would be the middle salary, okay, the highest salary couldn't be more than 8,000, because those thousand would be worth what today is like 60 or 70,000 a year. Do you understand the proposition I'm making? People would have differences, but they would not be so despicable that would make people suffer and have agony for seeing the difference of somebody above them. There would be no above. There would just be the performances, different performances. People performing in one level and people performing in another level. But this is a utopia. I know that. So what I was going to tell you is that the things that are happening here on YouTube with the block my videos, like the one that came before this one. So things like that do distress me and take my willpower to do those videos, because there won't be recognition. People will not enjoy and appreciate it and use my content. The things that I do freely give it to people to enjoy it and make reflections out of them. I don't want to be taken as oh, he's saying that's the way it has to be. No, I propose. I put ideas, so they would come to be questioned, or be accepted and praised, or questioned and politely and intelligently disagreed upon. That's what I want here. That's what I come to do here. And I was saying about my life in the military. It's to tell you that I know in America people have this thing about the military, about thank you for your service and all those things, because really this was motivated by America in volunteer in World War One and Two. Two took them a long time to get there, but they did, and when they did, they made a difference. But I am sorry, but not as big as a difference as the Red Army from the Soviet Union. They did make a big difference. Normandy and the Pacific against the Japanese and so forth. But in terms of the Nazis, the Russians were the ones that really broke the backbone of the Wehrmacht and in consequence destroyed the Nazis. The Americans were there. I don't deny that, and I'm praising them for that. But you should not deny the reality that 30 million Russians died. The number can be even bigger, but that's the statistic that they say 30 million. So it's a big number. And the fact that there was later the Cold War and the distancing between capitalism and communism, it was made people forget and ignore or lie about things like one single thing. The first man on space was Yuri Gagarin. The first woman was Valentina Tereshkaya. And then the Americans took the man to the moon. But they ignore the two first individuals, men and women, that went in space first. So what happened is that we have to try to understand that separated, we're not going anywhere. Separated, we're just going to be separated. It's divide and conquer. They divide us, and they're conquering us. Who are they? Those people that profit from this division. Political people, social, economical people, those people. And especially economical people because they subsidize the politicians with their wealth. And so, as I say that, I would like very much so to express to people that the text, if you read the text that is below about Oppenheimer, I was very angry when I wrote it. And I'm still not very good with Oppenheimer. Like Einstein also wasn't. Like a lot of people, including the people that gave the projects of the atomic bomb to the Russians to make a balance. But what they did also was make a race. Understand, if there were no atomic bomb, there would be no race. Yeah, somebody would get to the split of the atom. Yeah, but if it was not in a war situation, what would happen? You would be used in a different way. Like the X-ray. The X-ray was not invented in a war situation. But if it was, it would probably be weapons of X-ray. Instead, the X-ray became a machine, medical machine, a machine for good. With all its percauses, with all its problems that killed Madame Curie, infected with radiation, infected her with radiation that she died of. But you see, it didn't happen in a war zone. It was not something that was used as a weapon of mass destruction. It could be like the atomic bomb was. So that's my point about Oppenheimer. He had later on his doubts, and I don't know. It could be fantasy. By the Alamo was a place where they built something that destroyed the world. And it still can, because there's a new race going on. There are people that are building new and more potent atomic weapons nowadays. Now, terrorists, dirty bombs. So it was something that did started with Oppenheimer and his team. If many of them came to regret it, good for them. But it was a bit too late. Actually, for Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it was very much too late. So anyway, I'm already with 20 minutes, which is a good time for this one. I want to tell you people, if you are watching this video, is today is for you. And if you entitle me, if you allow me, the next one I say your name, and I will talk back about the book and the thing that you asked me, that you gave me. It is with me always. See? And it's always in one place, so I have to put it back there. Anyway, okay, we got a good time. Yes, I like to do this. I enjoy it. I have a good time. I see a very handsome man in front of me, very intelligent, very loquacious, extremely well, good looking, with nice Hawaiian shirt, because it's winter time here. Yesterday, winter time here, which is the temperature is 32 degrees, and in the north hemisphere, it's winter time. But I'm with a Hawaiian shirt in sorry, here it's summertime. I'm old. I'm sorry. I'm old. Here's it's winter time, and the northern hemisphere, it's summertime. Understand? Winter time now on the south, summertime in the north. Okay, sorry. I do apologize when I'm wrong. Everybody that watches my videos knows that I do that when I make mistakes. Promoted, sponsored by my 66 years old and years of alcohol, drug consumption, and blah 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 blah. That everybody knows. Everybody knows. Okay, so anyway, I thank you very much. I hope you read my text downstairs. It's below here. And because it was written and is well written, I believe, and it expresses an idea and a feeling from somebody that understands what soldiers and wars are for, to kill people. Understand that? Soldiers and war kill people. It's not a metaphor. It's a reality. The job of a soldier in a war is to kill the guy over there, and vice versa. So I don't see how can that be not understood, because it is a very simple thing. If a soldier go to war, he's not going to save lives. He's going to take lives. That's what he's trained for. And the higher you are in the military food chain, the higher you get, the more training you get, like I did, the more training, the more preparing, the more money they spend in your training, the more killer you are. The more you are disposed to dispose of other people. It's nothing something that makes you proud of. There are things in that in the future, if I continue with that, I can explain, because there are in the skilling zone, there is an in between. I just give a simple explanation. I was a scout sniper, and my job was to protect the people from a unit that was below me, down there, doing the front jobs. So I had to protect them. So that was a good thing. But into this process of protecting, I've killed people. I've killed people sometimes that were in the imminence of doing harm to them. They were not doing harm to them, but it was an imminence. I could see it. That was going to happen. So I had to do it. So, but this is not a discussion for now. So I am, as I said, this book is ready. And I'm almost half of the continuation of the second part of this one. So anyway, I want to thank everybody that is watching today. I'm very happy because there's nobody watching. Sometimes there's two people over there watching. It's because of this hiatus that I created that probably people are not watching, or because of the time. It's almost 18 to 5 o'clock here, 5 p.m. So people are probably going. Today's Friday. People are probably going from work to home, but I don't have a lot of views anyway. So anyway, I'll thank you people that watch, and for the people that don't watch, I have usually say, and I will continue to do so. Go fuck yourself. All right. Now, let me find here. Okay. Yeah. And the stream. Blah blah blah.